Halloween night could be more frightening than ever this year. There's still so much uncertainty about what we can do safely and what we should do. The state of Colorado and the city of Denver announced that trick-or-treating will be allowed as long as your tiny ghosts and goblins follow some guidance. Denver 7's Russell Haythorne rolls out the caution tape in this morning's Halloween 360.
Well, a visit to the pumpkin patch offers parents and kids a nice seasonal treat.
Kids need to be kids.
These kids have been put through so much in this last year.
The question is, what about trick-or-treating this Halloween?
You can still do Halloween.
We're going 360 with parents, health experts, costume shop owners, and the kid-friendly venues that have traditionally made the season so special.
It's a whole new boo at the zoo.
Social media posts clearly show parents are spooked about it. Andy writes, "I'm giving candy to a couple of neighbors and will have my daughter knock on those doors." Lisa says, "I would rather have trick-or-treaters than have people doing big gatherings." Dad, Brandon Roan, tends to agree and says his neighborhood has reached a consensus.
Most everybody says that's what we're doing. We're going to trick or treat.
Everything is different this year.
Kevin Poley is the owner of the Wizard's Chest in Denver.
We've tried to minimize how much customers are touching product.
They've eliminated the costume racks this year.
It took a while.
And put everything back in bags.
We've tried to boutique areas by theme.
His perspective is parents have options, whether that's small private gatherings or mindful trick-or-treating.
Individually wrapped bags of candy. There are still ways it can be done safely.
UC Health's Director of Infection Prevention, Dr. Michelle Barron, says just like checking the weather this Halloween, we should be checking local COVID numbers too.
If you're in a community where there's high rates of COVID, then going out and about is probably not a good idea.
Some simple tips: have kids wear a face mask. Obviously, a great holiday for that. Stay 6 feet apart from other trick-or-treaters. Stay with your kids to ensure they're wearing their masks. Use hand sanitizer after handing out candy and receiving it. Put candy in individual piles or bags on the front steps or on a blanket on the front lawn.
So you don't have hands going into the bags or into the bowls and potentially contaminating everything.
And if you're still not comfortable with trick-or-treating,
Halloween is not canceled here at Denver Zoo.
you can certainly celebrate in other ways.
We've taken our 80 acres and we've tried to make it as fun and festive as we possibly can using things like this pumpkin T-Rex behind us.
Nice. And then Tropical Discovery.
Yeah, Tropical Discovery to me is my favorite part of the zoo. It has more than half the 3,000 animals we have here, plus a few cool little Lego sculptures that I'll show you too.
Huge spider Legos and Lego bats. Boo at the Zoo is now spread out over the entire month of October, and kids are welcome to dress up.
In the past, we have asked people not to wear masks.
This year, they want you to wear one.
Some masks that come with costumes actually will suffice as a face covering.
Back at the pumpkin patch, parents like Jenny Bauman say the virus should not scare us from celebrating the holidays.
I just feel like they need to live their lives and be kids and not be hampered by the fear.
Russell Haythorne, Denver 7.
Well, we've heard from many of you on Facebook already about this. Kim writes, if the census can go door to door, so can the kids. Eric agrees, writing, these kids need some normalcy to this crazy year. But Alyssa said, not this year, I'll double the candy next year instead. So how will you be celebrating Halloween this year? Will it be normal, as usual, going trick-or-treating? You can share your thoughts by email, 360@thedenverchannel.com.